Good night. I will be talking about the effects of climate change on agriculture. First of all, we would like to know what is climate change. Climate change is the constant rise of temperature and the variation of precipitation. This this means that us humans contribute to climate change. We contribute to climate change in such a way that we emit fossil fuels to the atmosphere, which causes the rise of temperature, in other words, ends up in global warming. And those effects, like the greenhouse effects, affects the precipitation since it affects the atmosphere, especially the ozone layer. So, how does this affect agriculture? First of all, the variation of precipitation affects agriculture severely since now farmers don't really know what months will rain and what months won't rain since there is an extended drought or an extended rainfall. So many crops and many farmers lose everything on their field since the crops aren't made to sustain a long drought or a long rainfall. This affects in such a way that it increases the cost of production, causes scarcity, which means that the end products will be more expensive than they used to be before. This affects globally and locally. So everyone, we could say it affects in a global scale and a local scale. Another one is the temperature. Many plants and even livestock aren't made to sustain a high temperature, which means they will die on high temperatures. And three ways to mitigate this would be I would propose like the solar panels that we have here in Zamorano. As we know, they use these solar panels to provide for a partial energy use on the campus. This is very good since it helps reduce the climate change. Another one is the application of windmills. Windmills don't contribute to climate change. Vice versa, it helps us in reducing climate change since it produces energy by just the motion of the wind. And lastly would be the diminishing of greenhouse effects. As we may know, greenhouse effects has a great importance when it comes to causing climate change. So we need to find ways to reduce the greenhouse effects like using less electricity, use it when you really need it, and use it wisely. And the last one, three proposals on how to prevent climate change would be reforestation, planting more trees, because the trees, as we may know, they take in the carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, which is good for everyone on this earth. And another one would be eliminating the greenhouse effects by, for example, if you want to go a short distance, don't go in your car, use a bicycle or walk. It is healthy for us, and we are helping the environment. And practice more eco-friendly activities such as recycling. Don't just throw your garbage all over the place because at the end, these plastics, they emit fossil fuels and they contribute to the climate change. So we are finding ways to prevent climate change. So why not put it where it belongs so it can be recycled and use recycled products? And that's about it. So I would really think about it since climate change is something that affects everyone and will affect us the further generation. So thank you. Good night.